the flag.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We have a quorum. Is there any amendments to the agenda?
Don't have one.
All right. Approval of the agenda as presented. All in favor? Right. There is no public comment. Approval of the June 11th meeting. All in favor?
Motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Looks like we must have missed one on May 14th, executive session.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's cool. Yeah. That's fine.
Make a motion.
All in favor? All right. Financial reports.
As of June 30th, 2025, in the essence, checking accounts in the general fund, 997,205.05. Capital reserve, 515,250.08. And in the building and land fund, 185,108.51. Total assets of 1,697,553.74. Current liabilities of 2,161.56. For this period, income of 48,807.58 with expenses of 125,634.60.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve as read?
I'll make that.
Second. All in favor? Approval of the ordinance and disbursement of paying the bills outlined in the check registry. That is ordinance 25-09. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor? Communications, chief. 6.1, waters.
Yes, our new loggers rate has come in for next year, which this is going to affect January 1st of 2026. 11.7 for our general employee group and 21.6% on the guys on the fire side. This is in line with last year.
Any questions, comments? Our first assessed evaluation.
Yep, I included a copy of our first assessed valuation in there, along with a valuation summary comparing this year to last year. We're up about 5.1%. Real estate on the residential side definitely took one of the biggest increases at 9.1%. Next to that was commercial at 11%. We tanked on personal property, which still just blows my mind. I don't understand how that, I don't understand it because you can't, I haven't seen the price of used cars come down at all. But we took a almost 8.5% decrease in personal property value. That takes it down to 38 million, which I'd have to go back and look, but we're close to we're close to like 6 or 7 years ago with personal property with the tank we took last year and the tank we took in this year. So doing some initial early numbers, we're gonna again get Hancock. We're gonna have to roll back our tax rate several cents, but there'll be a slight increase in the budget next year, which is better than our basically decrease last year. So.
Any questions or comments about that? All right, staff report. Anything? How about the fire marshal report?
For the month of June, there were no building permits issued. Contrary to the one that's in there, I'll have to go back and fix that. There were no building permits issued. Fireworks stand, there was one issued in the amount of $1,600. Fees collected were the same, $1,600. Total for the fire marshal's office for June was $1,600. Definitely glad the fireworks season is over. Pretty rough in July around everywhere. Lots of fires, lots of firework incidents across the state. I think there's 3 or 4 people dead across the state of Missouri from firework injuries. Our new fireworks stand, Jake's Firework, I had to shut them down one night. They had a 14-year-old by himself in there handling and selling fireworks, which is highly illegal. So shut them down until they're both super good. let them reopen. That was really our only, major issue with, fireworks fees, so. That was an anonymous complaint made up here at the firehouse, with the youngster up there selling probably another fireworks stand, trying to get another fireworks stand shut down, so. But other than that, here within the Hillsborough Fire District, we lost, one vehicle due to fireworks, caught it on fire, so. But other than that, that is it on the fire marshal report.
Nothing showing on the shop street report.
Fire chief.
Fire chiefs.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
It's okay. For the month of June 2025, we ran 120 calls for service. Probably our biggest call on June 16th was crews performed a nighttime rescue of 3 kayakers who got trapped out on the Big River. Everybody did an excellent job there. We were able to verify their location with the drone, which they were on just typically a sandbar, but it turned into an island because the river was up a couple of feet. Back off the end of Pleasant View, which is off of White Bridge out there. So we're able to verify their location with the drone. We put the jet boat in at Morse Mill, transverse the river, and we're able to walk all 3 of them off there and get everything back safely. Nobody got hurt, no injuries, no damage to any equipment. So everybody that was involved in that did an excellent job for sure. We are seeing an uptick in river incidents. There's been 2 more we've been a part of. One was borderline between us and Rule. That's a weird deal. Turned out to be nothing. And then there was another one over the weekend with some trapped kayakers that we used the drone to help, kind of locate them, and then they were able to get the boat in and haul them off. That was down closer towards Merrillhorse. So, grant updates. We were denied, like we talked about from Justin Foundation. I assume Jason plans on putting in for
Already done.
it's already done the same thing for this next round. I have no update on the AFG grant and what is going on with that. No idea. Your guess at the federal government level is as good as mine. Firehouse subs grant, thanks to Jason and when Dean was there, weren't you? When we went up to Firehouse subs, Braden and a couple of us took 6514, the new equipment. Jason and me were up there for a truck presentation from Firehouse subs. Big checks right up there now. But cool event. We got to meet the owners, very cool people, very nice people, very supportive of the Byron EMS. Emergency services in general. In fact, that
2 years to reapply now.
No, that's all right.
We'll be back.
so. Still continuing with the policy update. Everybody's been on vacation and gone, so we've had issues catching up with everybody. I don't have an update on the stoplight issue that is still included as part of the cap grant with the city. Ladder truck, latest production report still has the ladder truck slated for completion on the 26th of November. There are some pictures I included in the report for your guys' project. The new C516 is complete. Everything's done. We're just finishing up training on that. We have Bill Tischer down from High Ridge and Dave Jones from Cedar Hill go over the CAF system, which is the phone system on that truck. So I'm just kind of waiting from the training division to get everybody's documentation that everybody's driven it, pumped it, and they're ready to go. So once that's done, getting service. We are planning on hauling the boats in the tech rescue trailer if it gets a call with it as well too. Dean actually hooked and hauled the tech rescue trailer up today, said it did just fine. So that just kind of increases our cache of equipment to have on those types of calls. Plus we do have the drone on there as well too. So it just makes sense. Have all those resources on an incident. So it's gonna work out really good. I had not heard anything from Boyer. I got to call Josh again to discuss the foundation and the ongoing issues with that. I talked to Caleb Brown yesterday at SMCI while he was on his way to go salmon fishing up in Michigan. Hated to bother him. I didn't know he was going, but we are still on the list for SMCI to come out, move the heaters in the back furnace back there, and then we'll knock out that back wall, get that going in the right direction. We did have the ice machine. Connor Man's Plumbing came out and moved the ice machine, hooked up the drain like we talked about into the main stack. I think it's working out much better than it was before. And eventually, when I get around to it, I'll take that back pipe out of the wall back there and we'll close all that off. We just have not had a chance to get around to that yet. Training continues as always. We got some live burns coming up this week on the training facility. It'll be hot, but it is what it is. So just did a CERT class for the Hillsborough School District. Thanks to Eli Tucker for doing that. Still working with Jefferson College on getting one planned. And we are gearing up for the county fair next week and just dumped on our lap again, not community service division wise, but we'll be planning for another protest in town next week as well too. So be prepared. So
Which one's this one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Good trouble.
It's the one they did with the No Kings
Yeah.
protest. It's another one of those.
Here, yes, like no good comes from it or something like that.
Yeah,
I think we're up.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
To jail the last
That's it. Watch the whole thing. The issue with that one, Matt, will obviously, it's from 4 to 7 during a normal business day, so that will be, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. That's hopefully, very much. Legislative report, the link is in the report for you guys, and we've got a further report on rural business. That's all I got.
Any questions? The drone is working out really well.
It's marvelous. It's been great.
Whoever I thought, when I started in 1990, wow.
I'll be the first to tell you, I ate crow on that. They recommended the drone. I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's
Thing
the
has
way I
saved-
was too.
That thing has
Yeah.
saved lives, and it has been a phenomenal. Safety improvement to our crews. I was talking to basically coming from Morse Mill upriver, so had something happen, we had eyes in the sky on them as well too, to make sure that they were doing all right. It's probably one of the greatest life-saving purchases of my career. It's been phenomenal. So,
I agree. That's one. Okay, now, shop search report, nothing.
yeah, Mitch is on vacation and he did not report anything to me, so.
So, under old business, facilities update.
Still waiting on Steve Bacon to finalize the mechanical engineering and plumbing contract like we discussed at the last board meeting. He was out of town for a while, so I'm sure he's planning to catch up, and he has other projects on his plate as well too. I am also we're talking to people and moving and the foundation repair just as soon as we can.
All right.
We have been pulling our resources as fire chiefs across the area. A couple of weeks ago, we met with House Representative Phil Lucas, who covers the south side of Jefferson County. I don't know if any of you know him. Very nice individual. We expressed our concerns with Senate Bill 3 to him. I'm not even sure he really knew what we were talking about with all of that, but very nice gentleman and listened to us and took our concerns under consideration. Last week, we had a big meeting with Cecily Williams, who is the 111 rep. She kind of covers the north side of our district and west side over in Cedar Hill. We had her here at the last fire chiefs meeting, met with her for about an hour and expressed our concerns to her. Tried to further educate that there are already taxpayer mechanisms in place for runaway tax rates. But most of these senators and reps don't even know what the Hancock Amendment is. They don't even know that we have to roll our taxes back every year. I presented her with a comprehensive report on Senate Bill 3, what the Hancock Amendment does to us. Attached in here is the detailed legal analysis I did of the constitutionality of this law. I did not give that to her. But obviously there's some major constitutional issues with all of this. Next week, they are convening a special committee, I guess, on property tax reform up in Jefferson City. I believe the Senate is doing the same thing on their side. So I have a House and a Senate committee with that. The question begs to differ now, will Kehoe call a special session to try to fix this within the bill, knowing how against the Constitution it is, or will he just let it slide and force lawsuits to happen with all this? And I don't know. There's been rumors of another special session, but there's no way to gauge what that is going to do. So we're staying on top of it. We're trying our best to make friends with that today as well too. The trade unions better look out as well too for all of this. I don't think people understand how much money goes into the trades from public projects. And if the public entities don't have any money for these projects, this is going to trickle way down into the trades and very adversely affect the trades on that. I had a conversation with Paul Bussell last week as well too, to kind of see where the IFF is with this, and we kind of discussed some tactics to try to see where they're going with this. I know there's an e-board meeting tomorrow, I believe, of the 2665. They're gonna hopefully have an update as to where they're going and what direction they're going. There's also give me a call or email once kind of get a general direction. So, but all that information is in there for you. I encourage you to read it.
Jefferson County government. Yeah.
So happened on June 26th, I attended the 911 board meeting to present the dispatch crews that were on duty for our clinical save out in Raintree that we talked about last month. Challenge coin because 911 was giving them their award for that, which was very duly earned on the dispatcher's part. They did a phenomenal job as well too. I was there myself, Chief Dunn and Deputy Chief Crisco from Antonio were there as well too. They got into their long range discussion and 10-year budget plan for all of what they're doing here in the near future. So long story short, there were multiple different plans presented, and a lot of them did not include the future purchase of radios and communication equipment back to the agencies that they dispatch for. I believe if you read the ballot language for how that was presented to the taxpayers, it's pretty much in there that that's what they were going to do. I think over the years that there was a lot of side agreements that that's what they were going to do in the long run. We were a little taken back by some of John Scullin's comments, chairman of the board down there, who referred to agencies as kids in a candy store when it comes to radios and us just wanting handouts from 911, we pushed back pretty hard against that. It was a pretty appropriate comment, in my opinion, as I have documented proof of the tens of thousands of dollars we have spent personally at Hillsborough Fire on radio equipment as we bought new trucks and have needed new tablets and computers and things like that. So we pushed back pretty hard about that. There was a letter that was presented to Chief Whitehead from Chief Dunn in Saline Valley. Chief Dunn is typically our liaison between the chiefs group and the 911 board. So he attends most all of the board meetings up there. So luckily he was there, we were there, and kind of witnessed to all of this. So the conversation from that point forward has been good. We've been talking with Chief Whitehead, trying to hopefully come up with some sort of plan moving forward. And they're going to have to give us 10-year notice in order to save up that kind of money. You're talking $300 and some thousand to replace all of our radio equipment. All the mobiles and the trucks are already at end of life, so if one breaks, we're going to have to buy new. And the life just means they're still going to work, but there's parts of it. So I just wanted to let you guys know this and put this on your guys' radar moving forward. That's something that we might have to consider. I know we went through this a couple of years ago when we got the new portables again, and were they going to pay for it? Were they not? They did that time, but we're really up in the air now. It's a big discussion on whether they want to or not. They want to build a new 911 facility. That's their big thing they want to do.
Why?
I don't.
Looks like a pretty nice.
Other than they just added on to it.
Right.
I don't know.
What deal he's in?
That's it. And John Whitehead, the new chief, if you didn't know, if I didn't tell you, was hired as the new chief. He just started in April, and he is just getting his feet wet. So this isn't on Chief Whitehead. I don't think law enforcement's in as bad of shape because the access that law enforcement has to grants versus what we do, they have exponentially more resources compared to. But that's where we're at with that.
All right, talk about the collection of fees for fire district services.
Yeah, so Chief Fisher from Cedar Hill attended the Missouri Association of Fire Protection District conference a few weeks ago. And one of the big things that they talked about was you didn't have an ordinance allowing you to collect on certain types of calls, you're being challenged in court, specifically referring to the spiller pays laws. So what this ordinance does is it allows us to collect on certain types of calls. There is more than, like I said in the note, there is more than spiller pays type of stuff in there. We don't have to pursue any of that. This is mainly just to protect the spiller pay laws. And if in the future we ever need to bill on something else, then we can. This also includes records requests along with nuisance fire alarms, which we do currently haven't had to, but we can bill for that. It's in the fire prevention ordinance. But this gives an administrative process via an ordinance signed by the board that allows us to do that.
So that would be ordinance 25-2.
Yes, it would.
And do we have a motion to approve that ordinance?
I'll make.
Second, all in favor?
You look like you're ready, Matt.
Well, look at you, Bob.
Who's gonna go first?
Oh, well, thank you. I see under closed session, we have 10.1. So we'll close the general meeting and go into the close.